Hey there, it's the One Boom, and welcome to the 10 things I hate about Call of Duty 4. Now, you guys that have watched my channel for a while know that I love Call of Duty 4 and I've spent a long time playing it. I think it's a great game with its own weird quirks and stuff, but we would be damned to not be critical of it, especially now that it's remastered and so many more people have played it now. So let's start the list off in no particular order with Stopping Power and Juggernaut. Now, when I was playing Call of Duty, everybody I knew complained about Stopping Power and Juggernaut. Stopping Power and Juggernaut are unbalanced, they're inconsistent, they're a problem. YouTubers talked about it as actually kind of a frame of reference for things that are not good, like Jug, Martyrdom, Stopping Power, stuff like that. And I have to say, I completely agree with them. I agree with what they said. Now everybody's okay with it and everybody is just fine with the idea of Stopping Power and Juggernaut. Apparently it plays just fine now. Let's paint you a very realistic scenario. Let's just say there's 3 perks in Tier 2. I know you probably only use Juggernaut or Stopping Power, I know I do as well, but let's just say you decide to use UAV Jammer instead. You have a suppressed MP5 and you're gonna go look for some kills, am I right? Then you come across somebody with Stopping Power and they kill you faster because you didn't have Juggernaut to counter Stopping Power. So then you find someone with Juggernaut and they kill you because they took an extra shot than they should have because you didn't have Stopping Power. There's 3 types of players that you'll find in Call of Duty 4. Now, how likely each one of these is going to be is kind of up in the air, but you're going to find people with Stopping Power, Juggernaut, or base health and damage. So increased damage, increased health, or base health and damage. This is a huge inconsistency. It is funny though, I've heard some people on stream, talking about how it's not that bad. It's actually, it's pretty good. It balances pretty good. And then, in that same stream, they lost a quad feed, they lost a triple because the third guy had Juggernaut and ate that one extra shot. You know how many of your deaths in Call of Duty 4 feel so fast and undeserved? Well, it's probably because they're using something like the AK-47 with Stopping Power, getting a 2-shot kill on you. Or it's even better is when somebody uses Stopping Power and Last Stand. So then they're on their back, let's say they have a Desert Eagle in their hand, and then they can take you out real fucking quick. And that leads me into number 2, and that is Combination. So many things in Call of Duty 4 are not that bad. They're not that unbalanced in and of themselves, but when they're combined with something, when the AK-47 and M16 are put up with Stopping Power, when you have Last Stand Stopping Power, when you have someone with Juggernaut and Last Stand, Sonic Boom and Martyrdom, Triple Grenades, which I'll get into that later, and Sonic Boom, Noob Tubes and Sonic Boom, ACOG M40, and also the red dot on the AK-47 that messes with the damage range pretty extensively, not to mention you have the ACOG sight on the Scorpion, which gives it way too much accuracy, the suppressor on the USP that doesn't actually keep you off the UAV, or minimap, you get what I mean. It's like something can be totally fine, and as soon as it's combined with a perk or attachment, it becomes horseshit. Just unbalanced, unadulterated horseshit. Number 3 would have to be grenades. Grenades have to be talked about here. Okay, there's a triple grenade perk. We already know about that, but either way, the grenades are just so powerful. It's really weird that my same problem in Infinite Warfare is also my same problem in Call of Duty 4. It's like, fuck all the grenades. Fuck your grenades. Nade spam is usually a problem in first-person shooters. Constant nade spam is usually something that's ripped to shreds by gamers. They're like, fuck all of this. I hate all these grenades. I hate it. With COD 4, nah, that game's a fucking saint. It can't be a problem, but in fact it is. You're getting hit by triple grenades, triple concussions, triple stun grenades. It's a cluster and it's horrible. And like I said earlier with the combinations point, triple grenades with Sonic Boom, don't get me started. Every time I play Vacant, I get concussion not once, not twice, but 3 times. Why do you need to concussion me 3 times? My screen is now wider than the Republican Party and I can't fucking see a damn thing. And you're gonna come around the corner and 2-shot me with your AK-47 with Stopping Power. Fucking wonderful. Next on the list here is panic knifing. I hate knifing in Call of Duty games. I always have, because although it's fun to get a knife kill, it's extra frustrating to die by it. I'm so used to Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, I don't even like the idea of rounding a corner into somebody hitting one button and instantly ending my life. Call of Duty deals with a lot of close range engagements, and so when you have a one-hit trick up your sleeve, it's frustrating. But also, if it's not consistent, it's even more frustrating, because it's a one-hit kill thing that's not even consistent. So many times in COD 4 online and with Modern Warfare Remastered as well, somebody comes around the fucking corner and I go to knife and it swings right by them like a wet toothbrush, and they're like, whatever dude, and they lunge to me and stab me in the neck. It's irritating. It's something we all didn't like back in the day, and I think we can all say the same thing today. Panic knifing is frustrating. Next on my little list here is useless perks. I hate how many perks are made useless by, okay, Dead Silence, Deep Impact, Steady Aim, Extreme Conditioning, Juggernaut, Stopping Power, Triple Grenades, Claymores, Triple Tactical. Everything else, who fucking needs it? Iron Lung? Who cares? The other stuff you use is to either piss people off or because you're bored. The Eavesdrop perk is a great example of that. Double Tap's a great example of that. Overkill, well, why would you use Overkill? I mean, Double Tap is useless but fun, but I mean, Overkill should be fun, but you're gonna have two guns that aren't doing as much damage, and by the way, you don't get extra health because you didn't use Stopping Power or Juggernaut, you used Overkill, so that's your problem. There's no perks that directly counter explosives, tacticals, or choppers either, so that's also frustrating. There's nothing to keep you off the chopper's radar, nothing to keep you from getting blown up or concussion to hell. You can't counter some of the most irritating shit in the game. I mean, yeah, you can have extra health or extra bullet damage. I know I keep saying that, but you can have extra health or extra bullet damage, but other than that, there's no real practical decision to make with the perks. Next on this wonderful list of mine is spawns. Fuck the spawns. Actually, you know what? One second. Anybody back there like the spawns in Call of Duty 4? They said no. And as they should. There's no really good spawns in Call of Duty 4. You're either spawning in some weird corner, weird building, in the middle of combat, in the middle of an airstrike, in the middle of a helicopter shooting you. I have hit X and immediately been at a respawn screen. There's almost like no frame in between. I see a flash of me spawning and I'm dead. I have hit X and spawned in the middle of a map just with grenades at my feet. Like, why? If Raven changes one thing, it should be spawns. Spawns need to be tweaked so that people aren't spawned in the shit of combat all the time. Spawns equal pacing. Bad spawns equals bad pacing. Next on this list is quickscoping. Now I know a lot of you snipers are going to get upset about this, but I don't really care. There's something that the Call of Duty community forgot about. I don't know, maybe they were too busy getting mad over supply drops, which they should be, but at the same time, they completely forgot that the developers themselves of Call of Duty games said that quickscoping is a glitch. It's a problem. It's something with the engine. That's because the Call of Duty engine sucks. Oh, sure it does, but the thing is they've fixed it with a lot of the newer COD games where you can't just do it all willy-nilly. Between aim assist and black scoping and all of these things, it's just, oh god, Call of Duty 4 feels like such a step back, and it is, it's an old game, but when you play Modern Warfare Remastered, and you come around the corner with your assault rifle, you go to aim down sight, and they're just like, whap, and they take you the fuck out, dude. It's unavoidable. It's an unavoidable one-shot kill death. You can look at that any other way if you want to, but that's what it is. If somebody is good at quickscoping in Call of Duty 4, you're gonna feel it. It's the same thing in Black Ops 2, when sniper rifles in the right hands become more viable than shotguns in certain situations. I think sniper rifles in Call of Duty 4 are too versatile. You may disagree, but you're wrong. They are too versatile. It has all of those old sniper traits that made them really frustrating to deal with back in the day, and I'm very, very glad that developers have actually wised up and gotten rid of all of that nonsense. Sniper rifle balance is a tricky thing in Call of Duty. They're either too good or too bad. It's really hard to find that middle. I think it's funny that Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare have all had drastically different ways of dealing with sniper rifles, and people bitch either way. But it's a fact that the original way they used to balance sniper rifles is old, it's outdated, it's frustrating, and it's one of the things I don't like about Call of Duty 4. Although it's fun to use them. I guess maybe I'm a bit of a hypocrite. Next on this beautiful list of mine is Shipment Domination. Fuck Shipment Domination. Fuck Shipment Domination. Anybody in the back like Shipment Domination? What's that? If you like Shipment Domination, it's because you weren't good at the game anyway. You were already gonna come out negative, your KD's already fucked, that's wonderful for you. If you're like me, you try to keep a positive KD, you try to do well, you try to work with your team, you try to, plan things out a little bit smarter in your head, the map is 8s if you're an actual good player, and I mean that. No, sorry if I offended you. No, if you're shit at Call of Duty, Shipment Domination will be fun or funny to you. If you're good at Call of Duty, it'll be an annoying, stupid clusterfuck. An unnamed person that I will not name because they're unnamed has talked about the last 3 Call of Duties being total spastic clusterfucks. And then I watched one of their streams in COD 4 where they were playing Shipment Domination and they were laughing like, oh, this is so funny. Oh, I got a grenade off. It's like the nostalgia. That's just nostalgia. That's all that is. Objectively, that map, that game mode, even that map in TDM is a bit of a stretch. Even that map for 1v1s, in my opinion, is too damn fucking small. But Domination is what makes this list. Domination on Shipment makes the list. Fuck that. The next 2 are a little bit more controversial, and I'm gonna take all the hate for them. Bring it on. I know what I'm getting myself into here. And that is that Call of Duty 4 is old. The old style of Call of Duty 4 needs to be done with. I talked about this back in Advanced Warfare, because Advanced Warfare was the last Call of Duty with this old style. Yeah, bear with me here. And Call of Duty Ghosts was the first Call of Duty to try to separate themselves away from it. And that is pinning people in their spawn and just destroying them, getting that little bit of match momentum and then breaking their spirit for the next 10 minutes. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare allowed you to do that. Bombing run, warbird, assault drone with AI and rockets, that's all you needed. Spawn trapping and ruining the next 10 minutes of your enemy team's lives is just an outdated idea. I called it the bullying style of gameplay, and people back then agreed with me. It's frustrating when you either stomp or get stomped. There's no back and forth neck and neck matches. When you play Domination in Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare Remastered or not, it becomes that. If your team's doing poorly, whether it's your fault or not, you will be seeing a corner of a map more than the rest of it, because you're going to keep spawning there into airstrikes, into noob tubes, into grenades, into snipers. The snipers have the lanes locked down. So SMG guys got the close range locked down. This was before lock-on launchers, and now even payloads and specialist weapons and stuff that allow you to break out of a spawn trap, that allow you to fight back and have fun in your match. I believe if you're shit and your team is shit, you should get stomped and I should be able to stomp you, and you shouldn't get all these little trump cards that allow you to break out. But the game should not be this one-sided, oh, we got them in their spawn. Remember hijack Domination in Black Ops 2? Yeah, hate that, despise that. You're either getting pinned on one side of the boat or the other, and you can't get anywhere. But now maps, score streaks, rigs, traits, payloads, movement systems, they don't allow this to happen. Matches are more neck and neck. Matches are more two-sided. It's not just, we're winning, you're getting crushed. That still happens like it will in every shooter, but the old style of COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, cater to and encourage that way more than I think it should have been. And if you guys don't believe me, why do you think Call of Duty added that little mic thing? You know, when you kill somebody and you hear their mic? They added that because the original idea was destroy them. And here, when you kill them, we'll let you listen to them scream. It used to be called spawn raping. Now, of course, a lot of the big YouTubers aren't going to go around saying spawn raping, and you probably shouldn't. It just sounds gross. But that's what leads to rage quitting. People be feeling helpless, and they're just like, I'm not going to play this. This is not how I want to spend the rest of these 5 minutes. I'm not dealing with this. So one of the things I don't like about Call of Duty 4 when I go back to it is the old style. I like how the modern CODs are now built around counterplay. Now you might think that's newbie or childish, but I think it's also childish to assume that every video game you play should allow you to push your opponent until they can't do anything. So I like the new counterplay elements in the newer Call of Duty games. I like them in Ghosts, and Ghosts really didn't have any really counterplay elements as much as the perk system allowed you to be ready for almost anything, and the streaks weren't so good that it kept people from being able to play the game. Second to last thing on the list here, and this is kind of almost an honorable mention, and that is the glitches. The same people that are saying Call of Duty 4 is a god COD, it's a perfect COD, are the same people making videos on how to use the glitches in it, the map glitches, the map exploits. And they have all these weird names for them, weird little jump spots, slide spots and stuff. It's like, no, it's a glitch, it's an exploit, it's not supposed to be there, and no, I don't like it. It's a part of Call of Duty 4 that I hate. We do all hate glitches, right? I mean, let me check with my audience here. Do we all hate glitches? Okay, yeah, we all hate glitches, right? That's still a thing. Now, they're going to be in there, it's part of Call of Duty 4's charm, but objectively it's a reason I don't like COD 4. Last on the list is the praise that Call of Duty 4 has gotten. Call of Duty 4 is a great game, Call of Duty 4 is a fun game, and it really is a good showing of where we've been, but my problem right now, especially with Modern Warfare Remastered, is people aren't looking at it the right way. They're seeing it as, oh, we need to go back to this, not this is where we came from. I could go on and on about all the little issues in Call of Duty 4, from just pieces of cover in the wrong spots on maps that allow for weird little head glitches and frustrating deaths, to on and on and on. And I feel like Call of Duty 4 has gotten this pampered treatment for a while, and that's the reason I'm making this video. I don't want to pamper Call of Duty 4 on this channel. It's a game that I love playing, it's an enjoyable game, especially if you have nostalgia towards it, but at the same time, it's still old, it still deserves its lashings. But that being said, if you were to ask me, is it good or bad? I'd say it's old. It's where we were. It's a thing of the past. It's fun to play it with a fresh coat of paint, but let's face it, it is a thing of the past. So I don't think Call of Duty 4 is a god cut. I don't think it should be the only thing that came out this year in terms of Call of Duty. I think it's fun to see where we've been. I think it's a fun nostalgia trip. Overall, it's a flawed game with flaws, and it's flawed. And that's all I can say about it. If you want to argue with me in the comment section, go ahead. But if you're going to talk about how amazing COD 4 is or how I'm bad at it, you're just going to look stupid, to be honest. You really are. COD 4 is great. I love it. I think everybody here at Watch Mojo likes it. Everybody here like it? Yeah, okay. Watch Mojo's not tied up in my room. That's not a thing. I don't have the staff of Watch Mojo gagged and tied up in my room, hooked to electronic collars. Yeah, either way, we all like Call of Duty 4. We love it. It's fun to give it its lashings, though, because it is old, and it's funny to see where we've come from. And there's weird little things in that game that I hope I've never seen in a first-person shooter again, and other things that games could learn from. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you when I see you. From all of us here at Watch Mojo, we appreciate it. Is that what they say? We appreciate it? I don't know. I haven't watched fucking Watch Mojo in forever. Halfway through this video, though, I started getting that Watch Mojo vibe, to be honest. Anyway, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.